Be right back.
And we are back live again with Gods versus Eldritch Horrors. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully, with less technical issues that we've been having with all these interferences from the far realm. Oh yes, there is indeed something nefarious happening with this stream, with a number of bad coincidences happening with this stream. Some conspiracy theorists may even think that someone is trying to sabotage the truth about the multiverse from getting out there. Who knows? For those of you who never watched this campaign before, in here we're playing wait, someone has me on the loop there. If someone so for those of you who that threw me off a little bit. All right, so as I was saying, if you have never watched Gods vs. Eldritch Horrors before, this is a campaign of D&D 5e 2024. It has we have a party of demigods who are trying to stop hitting themselves again. Yes, that's kind of what the time loop they are in right now. They are a party of demigods who've been particularly curious about the far realm, and this morbid curiosity has somehow led them to corrupt their own forms. And they turned themselves into Eldritch Horrors, the creatures that they were from the far realm that they were trying to prevent from invading AO's creations in D&D, the astral plane of D&D. Oh yes, in the edges of the astral plane you have the far realm, the Lovecraftian universe of D&D, where creatures like Cthulhu and other Eldritch Horrors and the precursors of the Mind Flayers came to still exist and still lurk, and they are hungry and they want to consume the astral plane. And our demigods were particularly curious about them and about their powers and about the knowledge that they have for their own reasons. And yes, that curiosity led them to corrupt themselves into becoming Eldritch Horrors and then going back into their past and fight themselves, their original or their past selves, as normal demigods, but as their Eldritch Horror versions. Yes, they've managed to create their own time loop in this story, believe it or not. And as they went back, they also start to forget why they were there. And apparently they are in this sort of time loop for quite some time. They have been failing miserably to stop themselves from becoming Eldritch Horrors. And guess what? Now everybody is back in the place where everything began. The loop, with the gods in here, they fall.
You're cutting out again. And oof, that's a bad one.
You are cutting out.
I cast silence. It's legend.
Yes.
Am I back?
Oh,
welcome back.
All right. Okay, let's try.
Got hit with a 6th level silence.
Yes. So as I was saying, there are a multiverse where with different timelines and paradoxes, and the far realm lives outside time and space, exists outside time and space, and it's a place of again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was shorter that time, but yeah.
Very well. Let's hope the connection holds tonight. If not, I'm gonna have to send the summary afterwards. Very well. So, out of time, who knows? He has now visited the same Far Realm Tavern more than once. In fact, countless times. And he has. Do you have a loyalty card already, Zane, to that tavern? Say hello to.
Assuming after he cut out, I'll just introduce. Hey guys, it's Zane here. Man, I keep going on loop and loop again. I'm gonna find some different results. I'll tell you this: there's a fine line between genius and insanity. I definitely erase that line. Because the reason why I only talk to myself is because I'm the only one whose answers I accept. You know, I've come to the conclusion of, I think 1 out of 5 people are insane on this adventure. I look at my 4 comrades with me. If they're okay, then it must be me. But hey, I'm gonna get to some answers because I'll take crazy over stupid any day.
Very well, very well. And Zane, you were right. I was asking you. You have visited this Far Elm Tavern countless times now. Do you have a loyalty card? Are you getting like a stamp every time you come around?
I don't know, but my acting career seems to be going up. I could pretend to be a dream walker. Or dream spawn. There we go. Oh, I'm learning. I'm losing my words.
Very well. And then we have Ixtihul, our protector of the wild magic sanctuaries, turned feathered herald of chaos. Occasionally, he now yells at trees, I guess. He perhaps believes in second chances now and in third timelines. Ixtihul, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Ixtihul is frustrated and confused and generally disgusted by this whole place that he's at, this tavern full of nightmares. And he's not really sure what's going on. And he's feeling a little bit off the rails. Just a little.
Just a little. Very well.
Yeah.
Ixtihul has been the one that, let's say, perhaps you are right there at the top of those who lost the most sanity in this campaign. And usually we have Arleth, the god of holistic knowledge, but tonight we hope our player is getting better, but he's a bit under the weather. So, and he is the one who has managed to snap himself out of this loop and managed to communicate to his past self. And let's hope I can read his footnotes quite well tonight about this time loop. And then we have Minimarco, our god of purity of soul, our crusader, our zealot, our unintended motivational speaker for eldritch cannibalism, and even when he doesn't mean to, but he did meant to destroy himself, or he didn't, or perhaps he was about to, but then he forgot. Minimarco, can you say hello to our audience? Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Yeah, it's complicated, honestly. He's kind of not there in the brain at the moment. He kind of forgot who and what he was doing, and now he's just vibing. Except the vibe is violence, and so the quicker the problems are resolved, the less likely that Minimarco-based complications will arise.
Very well. That sounds like a promise. And then and then we have Lumpa, back from a hiatus, our goddess of blade singers, absent last loop, present now. She wields serenity like a lightsaber and may actually be the adult in the room sometimes, sometimes she's also the one that is throwing a tantrum, as some people think that she's becoming more and more bipolar with all these crazy experiences. Lumpa, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Hi everyone. Yeah, I'm back. It's been some time. How I'm feeling? Well, Lumpa's doing unwell. Probably questioning her life choices at this point, because it seems that, as you said as well, we're stuck in a loop, and then feels like we're right back in the nightmare again, because every time we try to beat the doppelgangers, something goes wrong. But yeah, I'm back. I've got snacks and I'm ready to help punch our way out of this loop.
Very
Or at
well.
least, yeah,
She brought snacks. That's
emotionally
good to know.
spiral together.
Very well, very well. All right. So, for those of you who've been following us, and for those of you who haven't, previously in Gods vs. Eldritch Horrors, our divine disasters were stuck in their own past as Eldritch Horrors. This time, they use these far realm creatures called Thingamajig, telescopic transporter to travel back in time and stop their past selves from ever entering the far realm portal that started it all. But well, time in AO's creation didn't treat the horrors kindly. Turns out that in that form, time seemed to be very, very slow for them. As I've mentioned earlier, the far realm exists beyond time, and that's why they could see the past through the telescopic transporter. And well, the air thickened, their thoughts turned foggy, and they were, well, they were struggling to deal with the situation and to remember what they had to deal with. They had their alternate selves, their past selves as targets, but their past selves had fled the previous fight, and well, only one of them remained. Zane, still lucid enough to keep swinging, face off against, or I should say, Inzenitil, facing off against his past self, Zane, near the entrance of the portal. But unfortunately, Inzenitil helplessly watched his counterpart retreat into the portal and was a bit too late. The connection between the two severed, and Inzenitil disappeared, dissipated into nothingness. And Zane ended up stumbling again against that very same Far Realm Tavern where it all started. And meanwhile, Artex had recovered his memory and was trying to persuade the rest of the party to stop their past selves from reaching the portal. And in order to cover more ground, I guess, Ixtihugra and Lumpel flew ahead to intercept their divine originals at the portal, while Artex and Menarcheos remained at the goblin encampment to convert, well, not exactly to convert, but after converting the Cloris babbling champion / wizard into a diplomatic translator, and using a combination of perhaps warnings and raw telepathic resonance, Artex managed to deliver a single crucial idea to his past self, which the gist was, don't cast wish. And it has more to the message, but that is the key point to remember. He told the party never to cast wish. He told Arlith never to cast wish. And eventually, one by one, the Eldritch Horrors begin to fade. And as their counterparts cross the portal, and the loop starts to close again. And tonight, we continue as their past selves. The ones that didn't disappear. Their Eldritch Horror versions of themselves have gone away, and now they're playing their past selves. And now Zane finds himself once again in the observatory of Thingamajig, served by a familiar bartender who definitely has one too many eyeballs. This time, though, Zane, Arlith, and the rest of the party have joined Zane without casting the wish that turned them into Eldritch Horrors. And Zane came to learn that during his conversation with the bartender, then Ao, the creator of the astral plane, the overgod that created the multiverse of D&D, is known in the Far Realm as the Bard. because he's endlessly creating dreams or improvisations of dreams that keep the one asleep. And according to the bartender, if the one wakes up, everything that exists, both in the astral plane and in the far realm, will be consumed. And that's why the far realm creatures refer to those from AO's creation as dream spawned. And this kind of started to shatter Zane's mind. And he learned this before Arleth and the rest of the party joined him. And as the rest of the party crossed to the portal and didn't cast Wish, they find themselves in that same tavern. Eventually, Arleth managed to talk to the bartender enough to discover there was a fifth creature that looks like them in the tavern, and well, they've decided to go meet this creature, and they found themselves in the same old thingamajig observatory, and but this time they hadn't made the wish that turned them into Eldritch Horrors, at least not yet. We'll see. And the path ahead seems that they have this telescopic transporter that can see themselves in the past. Will they break the cycle this time? Would they use this session wisely and fix their time paradox? Well, I guess we'll know. I guess we'll know soon. And on that note, let me bring you guys. Oh, look at that. The connection's holding, or I'm talking to myself for the good part of 10 minutes.
No, you're good.
All right.
Heard you well.
Very well. Let me bring you guys back to where we left the last time. With all 5 of you meeting your friend, your long-lost friend Zane that you ditched the last time. And Zane, the moment you saw them, you thought, is this my imagination? Are you guys, am I seeing you guys and am I going crazy? And Arleth, the moment he saw you, he said, Zane, we've been looking all over for you. He rolled deception for that, and he failed horribly. He rolled a nat 1.
I must be going crazy. Did you want to get on the chariot for good old time's sake?
And Arleth says, not right now. We kind of have to figure something out. We don't quite understand what's going on here.
Yeah, I definitely need a drink. I feel like the tales they tell in this bar are, in a way, out of this mind.
What about the drink you're carrying? The one that is, looking back at you. I mean, Ixtihu just chugged his.
Oh, I'm just wasted right now, guys. All drinks do that to you. It feels like you're looking at a weird version of yourself.
And you can see that Money Marco, Loompa, and Arleth are still carrying their drinks, or at least the mug of their drinks. But Ixtihu's mug is definitely empty. Ixtihu, are you slightly inebriated now?
Oh no, because he didn't drink it. He tossed it into the plants.
I know, but I'm asking if you were acting as inebriated.
Attaboy.
No, he is eyeing everything with the utmost skepticism. Like his head is just spinning around, Al style, just like on a swivel, just eyeing everything with the utmost paranoid look.
So, and I looked to them. Did you guys go through the portal again?
Yes, that's how we got here.
Yeah, I was fighting a weird version of myself, and I bravely was on equal terms, but had to strategically retreat, which is a great war strat. And when I came in here I am, a drink in hand, having an interesting talk and pretending to be an entertainment.
Zane, I must remind you, you don't know that Inzenitil was a version of yourself.
Oh, then I retract. I will say, I fought a great foe on equal strength with me, but strategically retreated without saying I got my butt kicked. Do I have to make a roll for that?
And Arlit said, yeah, we encountered them as well. After you zoomed out to fight it, we had to stay behind and fight the ones that remained, all those horrors.
Well, it didn't chase after me when I went in the portal, so I don't know why. Maybe its goal was to drag me in there? Granted, I haven't seen it since. I still think it's somewhere, and Zane looks around. But hey, it is a good sight to see you guys. I hope you're not a trick.
Ixtil is going to, while keeping a careful eye on Thingamajig over here, it's gonna just.
Who's also keeping careful eyes on you.
Over here, and then poke Zane's shoulder, just to see if he's real.
No, you cannot have an extra drink. This is mine. I saw you already drank yours.
Oh yes, yes.
And Ixtihu, roll perception.
He hands. Oh yeah. And it's gonna go ahead and hand his empty glass to Zane. Have more.
Zane looks at it.
Perception.
Hold on. Zane looks at your glass and tries to drink from it.
Very well.
Oh, it is actually empty. Okay, I thought my mind was playing tricks on me.
It is definitely disgusting. As you look outside of the window, Ixtihu, while talking to Zane, you catch a glimpse of a void, a sort of a black hole opening. And as this black hole opens, a creature larger than a planet just flies through it. At first you're thinking you were seeing a gigantic mind flayer, but then you've realized that this is much more. Roll a sanity check for us.
Okay, so, at a 7, that's a -2, or is it -3?
A 7 is a minus. It's still a minus. Yeah, it's still -1.
Really?
Yeah, at 6 becomes -2.
Okay, I'm not sure what just. Oh, I see. I accidentally rolled.
Yeah, you rolled 2 d20, so let's take the first of
that was
those.
just supposed to be one.
The first of those was a 12, -1, that's an 11. Very well.
Okay.
You've passed. You do not lose more sanity out of this sight. But this seems like a gargantuan, a massive. It's like, what is that? That is the biggest mind flayer you have ever seen. And it certainly looks like something out of a horror story. As the creature passes through the portal and the portal closes, everything grows so dark again in the void that you can't see anymore where the creature went.
And just as on instinct, he is gonna turn himself invisible.
Very well. Loompa, Money Marco. How's it going on your end?
Did we see any of this?
No, you didn't.
Oh.
All you see is a little himself invisible.
X2, are you okay? Where are you?
Oh, yes. Well, you can still see me because we all have true sight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's literally, like, you can see that he turned himself invisible, but, like, you can still see
I
it.
can see it, and I got blind sight as well.
Is everything okay? To know if he's lying to me.
You can roll insight, yeah. Next to you can roll deception.
Yeah.
Can you guys see my rolls? Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What is this? Yeah, it's just normal. Sorry, give me a weird thingamajig.
I see. Why don't I believe you? I'm gonna ask again. Is there something you want to tell us?
There really isn't. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. This is getting creepier and creepier.
And also, Ixneel is gonna move over here, further away from the windows.
Well, I'm gonna follow. I'm just, just see it as well, just in case.
Yeah. Ixneel is gonna look to Arlith and ask, is there any way you seem to be able to speak to these creatures? Is there a way confused?
Yeah, this creature behind me apparently is called Thingamajig. He doesn't understand what we say, but I kind of got what he was saying. He was saying to me that it's not the first time we come. We look into this telescopic transporter, and we transport with it, and then we go away for a while, and then we come back here all over again, and we keep doing this over and over again.
Like, how many times over and over again are we talking about?
I actually don't know. And I don't think he knows as well. He said many times. He said he's not counting.
So he lost track.
Yeah.
I see.
But he says we come here all the time, and then we look around, and then we look into this telescopic transporter, then we transport ourselves to...
Cutting out again. Transport ourselves to
AO's creation, and then we get back here after a while. And he's saying to me that it's the only difference that this time we are disguised as dream spawned.
do we like? Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what he means.
Remember?
I don't know what he means by dream spawn. Why is he saying we're disguised as dream spawn? I don't know what that means. Do any of you?
Zane shakes a bit when he hears that term, thinking of the conversation he had earlier. And it says, yeah, but, I don't know if this is the right place to talk about it.
Are you sure? Because the guy seems to know about this already.
And he doesn't understand what we say. He doesn't understand common.
Oh, all right. Well, no one else is listening then. But before you guys are now actually real instead of figments of my drunk imagination, I think, yeah, I was talking with the barkeep, as I always like to do when I drink and tell tales, and they kept using that term, dream spawn, which is people from like AO's creation, like the actual overgod AO, and there was some mind-opening things, I gotta say, that were kind of weird. Like, they made sense, but it shouldn't. But, like, if it made sense, wouldn't you want to ask more questions? But if I asked more questions, I felt like I was gonna die on the spot. You get what I mean?
No.
No?
I was gonna say I think so.
I have no
Like,
idea what
why
you're
don't
talking
just
about,
buy-
sis Arleth.
Like if you had the Whispered One's secrets, right? The more you know about the Whispered One, the more you'd be a target and be hunted down. But instead of it being the Whispered One, it's basically our life. That we're just entertainment for some greater being, just so it can keep dreaming about us. And AO is not really, it has other nicknames in this place that is not in in his world. I'm also trying to roleplay his insanity and paranoia.
And Marco's going to be like, okay, so you learned a bunch of nonsense. Great.
Is it? I kind of want to speak to AO, but
Can we either kill everybody or leave now?
Well, I gotta say, it does leave questions of, am my purpose just made for entertainment, even though I'm supposed to be the godhead of courage? And you guys are just entertainment too.
Yes, we all think you're hilarious. Now, come on, let's get out of here.
Yeah. That's what Dream Spawn are. We're entertainment.
Exfuel is going to pat Zane on the shoulder and say, "Do not worry. No one finds you entertaining."
Are you just saying that to entertain the Great One? Or are you actually saying that just to snap me back into what I know?
Who is the Great One?
No.
I don't know who the Great One is. This great old being that consumes stuff if it ever woke up.
They refer to it as the All-in-One.
The All-in-One. Oh,
Yeah.
I keep forgetting my terms. Just like calling us Dreamwalkers at first. Oh yeah. The All-in-One. Look, I just want to go back to a place where I don't have eyeballs staring at me when I drink, and rather I'm telling tales and beating stuff up and flying at the speed of fast.
So, Arlith, you say this contraption can send us back to the material plane?
Yeah, apparently. I mean, I'm looking at it and I can see us. And this thingamajig guy's creature is telling me that I'm looking at my past.
Does any of us remember any of the so-called past times we've been here? Or we've been
No,
going
you
through
don't.
this telescope?
No, you don't, because every time you cross that portal, your future selves disappeared. And it's the past selves that never crossed through that portal before that crossed through that portal. So every version of you guys that arrived here for their first time.
Can I get some paper and write
That's
stuff
exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah.
Like, I see paper around here, and I think I see something that's a writing instrument.
Yeah.
Zane knows how to write at least.
Oh yes,
I think I do.
and he has some nice symbols written in these papers with all sorts of nice notes. Would you like to take a look at those notes?
No, I just like to use like a blank piece of paper.
Very well. Very well. As you look around, you find some nice piece of papers. And there's so many notes here. And Figma Jig says, and Arlie translates saying, "Oh, he said not to get from that book to if you need something to scribe on, you can just grab the one under the drawer there."
Oh, thank you. And I say to Arla to say to Thingamajig, and I look for that book underneath.
Very well. And as you open, is an empty book. And roll a perception for me.
Ooh.
18.
All right. It seems like an empty journal, but the more you looked into it, the more you feel like you are falling into its pages. You feel like you're about to, just as if you're about to fall into the white space of the pages, and you just snap yourself out of it, and you look around and you see everybody just looking at you funny. And you look back into the journal and you have the impression that you're about to fall into that white space of the paper, and you just have this vertigo as you are looking, as if you're looking down from a very high place.
I'm reading too much. It's hard for me to write. Loompa, maybe you'd be better at writing.
Are you alright?
I'm all left. Is that okay?
Okay. Seeing him a bit, like, is it not a bit, like, can I be suspicious that he kind of changed a bit and try to identify the journal before?
Loompa, you think that, first of all, the moment you all crossed through that portal, the first thing you've realized, one of the very first things you realize when you're still drifting to the far realm void, you've noticed that you were disconnected to the weave, and you were disconnected to your followers, which means their divine essence was not getting to you, and the magic of the weave was not getting to you. And you've realized that magic here doesn't necessarily behave the same way.
Oh.
You don't think casting Identify is going to work unless you suffuse that spell, the level 1 spell, with one of your divine essences, which is something you've carried with you. You still have a little pool of divine essence in you, and that is stored in your person, but it's not. But the weave is not gonna fuel any of your spells, so you have to fuel them yourself with your divine essence.
Can I? How many do I have? Where can I find out?
You can go to the in-character chat and type !CC space essence.
Okay.
You may not have done your homework and created your balance of divine essence.
Oh,
No, I think it's just under a different name.
Oh.
So
I
perhaps
think you just label it differently.
Character space Loompa.
With a capital L or?
Yeah.
I guess.
Without space between the exclamation mark and character. Yeah. Excellent. Now try the CC essence again. Okay, you have a problem. You have 2 characters named Loompa.
Well, okay.
I don't know how much essence you have left. The only one who can see the stock
So
is
if I
you.
use the essence, then I'll be able to identify.
You'll be able to identify whatever it is, but you can expect that the identify spell is going to work the very same way as it works in AO's creation, in the astral plane.
Okay, so what's the difference between using it and not using it then?
So try that code that I put it there for you. The difference of using is that a spell will be fueled by something, and you'll be able to cast a spell. But you can expect the effect is going to be exactly the same. Things don't work exactly the same in the Far Realm. In here, they're outside of time and space.
Alright, okay. Let's try, I guess. I'll use an essence. I should definitely have one.
Very
and
well.
I'll try to cast Identify
Very well.
as...
Okay, we'll figure out
sure.
your balance of essence.
Yeah. After.
After, yeah.
My roll 20 is completely black. Is that for everyone else?
No.
Okay, I'm going to restart mine. Or reload.
Yeah,
But yeah.
your vision is fine.
Might just need to refresh.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, it's working now, sorry. Yeah.
Very well. So, Lumpa, as you use one of your very scarce divine essences to fuel this first level divination spell, in order to learn the knowledge about this book, well, turns out the knowledge about this journal exists, but it's a knowledge in a language and in a type of reasoning and a type of wisdom that it's beyond your comprehension. And,
Would Arlet know?
and as you cast the effect of this spell, as the effect of the spell takes place, you lose 1 point of sanity.
Ooh.
No save. As you are trying to comprehend something that is knowledge that is incomprehensible to you, you ended up frying one of your
Neurons.
one of your neurons. Yes, if not many more.
Would Arlet, not that I want to make him do that, but can I?
You definitely think what you've learned is that you know one is an item that is definitely somewhat magical. It's an open journal, and you've learned that its properties are not the same as things in the material plane. Like the properties or anything here are not the same as the things in the material plane. You can roll an investigation check for me.
Okay. Oh my!
Yes, you're trying to make a deduction out of this, and indeed, Lumpa, your brain's frying.
Pretty much.
You can't make sense of what is going on here. Let's see if Arleth can potentially help. What are you saying to Arleth that he could potentially help? Or try to help?
Well, first of all, I just want to ask Arleth to ask this thingamajig guy, is he trying to trick us? Because, yeah, I basically feel like my brain is burning. This is not just normal paper.
And,
I'm losing my mind right now.
And Arleth takes the journal out of your hand and he says, it feels like that book I've read once, back in that weird maze we were into. I get the same feeling out of this journal. What I think it's happening is that we are not really made to understand these things, and the properties and the way things work here are not the same as the place where we came from. I'm starting to realize that this thing majig creature doesn't have a permanent shape. Every time I look at him, he seems to be slightly different than the last time I've looked at him. And I'm starting to realize that my mind is trying to make sense of something, and it's creating the form of this creature, or is changing my perception of the form of this creature to something that I can try and make sense of it, but I'm not really seeing the creature as it is, because my mind is three-dimensional and my perception is three-dimensional, and I think these creatures, they have several dimensions to them, and I can't see all of them. I think this journal you're holding is just like that. It's not three-dimensional like things in AO's creation. It has more things into it that we can't perceive with our senses, and because we can't perceive, it's hurting our minds as we're just trying to comprehend something that our minds are not built for it.
Great. Are you calling us stupid?
No, didn't you just get everything I just said? I'm just saying you can't see more than three dimensions. So everything that has more than three dimensions, and everything here seems to have more than three dimensions, you can't see the other thing. So your brain is working really hard to try and make sense of everything around you. But truth is, it's like if we were a drawing, like a two-dimensional drawing, and we were trying to understand a three-dimensional world. We wouldn't be able to, because we can only see two dimensions, we can only perceive two dimensions. And that's the problem, I think. I think we're burning our brains, trying to, as our brain's perception is working really hard to try and understand this. And that's why I think every time I look at this guy, and every time I look at this room, and even outside, and everything here seems to be slightly different every time I look at it. And if this place is so distant from AO's creation and from the astral plane that we can actually see the past, then it's probably something that's is not even connected to the rules of reality that we know. So it's just beyond our capacity to understand.
Get it. So does anyone have some paper?
I think this is the best you're gonna find here.
No, I mean like on them. On yourselves.
Aren't you a wizard?
I was about to say, I was like, wait a second.
Don't you carry a spell book with you all the time, and books and whatnot?
I got these muscles in my back.
The wizard asking, does anyone have some paper and a pen, perhaps? I don't want to spend mine.
Oh, I know. I have one. Right. Okay.
I've got a flying chariot. No paper, though.
Well, I
Oh,
guess we need a
gosh.
plan that we're gonna kind of stick to it, and I'm gonna put it down and make a note of it, and maybe, I don't know, Arlet maybe discuss with Thingmagic not to remove it for next time we come. And also put a copy somewhere else. But some other copies.
So you
somewhere else
think we're gonna
also.
come back here?
And some arrows with some pointing towards.
So you think you're gonna come back here?
Well, I'm hoping not, but you never know.
Guys, I think we have to figure this out. What are we going to do if we are stuck in this loop?
I think we gotta.
And Ixtihil, I have to ask you, because roll an intelligence check.
Oh,
Just to see if this nefarious idea crosses your mind. This very... Yes, it does. As he's asking what are we going to do, you just think about, what if you become an Ifriti? So that you can grant them wishes. Since you are not connected to the weave, an Ifriti could cast wishes on its own.
yep.
Now, I got an idea, an insane idea. What if we make another loop? And those loops cancel each other out?
What?
Get it? Yeah. If we make a loop, and then another loop in that loop, they'll contradict each other. And we'll be breaking the loop with a different loop. And then we can just leave out of that one.
You are hurting my brain.
But I'm 3 dimensions.
I know, Arlet, you said we shouldn't use wishes, but just maybe if we make the right one, the right wishes, it could solve things for us.
And Arlet says, no wishes. No wishes. We've been told not to use any wishes.
Sure. Hold my
Surely.
And Arlet's gonna roll persuasion against you, and you roll persuasion against him.
Oh.
Oh, I hope Arlet's gonna watch this.
Okay, so this is just.
Did you tell everybody else no wishes? Or
Yeah, he told everybody.
he did tell everybody.
Yes, he said out
I
loud.
can't even cast. I can't cast wish, so.
And
No,
and-
but if I make myself an Ifriti, then anybody can make a wish and I'll grant it.
He's like
You can't turn yourself into a Freddy though. Do you even have any? How much of an essence do you have left?
I don't do that with from my spell book. I do that with an item.
Oh, it's an item.
Oh.
Never mind then. Proceed.
Yeah. But I think I just lost the persuasion check, so we're good.
yeah, if there's one thing we learned throughout this campaign is that Arlet can be very persuasive with that 36 persuasion.
If we can't wish ourselves out, why not ask the god?
Over here.
I want to take a closer look at saying this above the table. I want to take a closer look at the telescope thingamajig.
Very well.
The telescope gadget. And
The
see if it's
Figmajig.
got-
Now that's
No.
a tough
I definitely don't want to take a closer look at thingamajig. I want to take a closer look at the telescope. Staying way away from thingamajig over there.
I have to say, when I named this creature Figmajig, I was really hoping this was going to happen. Very well.
And I want to take a look and see what kind of like markings are like glyphs or anything are on it. any kind of like instrumentation sort of things? I guess that's an investigation check, maybe.
Yes, you can
Or
roll an
is that
investigation check.
perception?
Yes,
Alright.
that's an investigation check.
25.
Very well. You do realize that this telescopic transporter is not an item from this place. This is something that this creature probably took from the astral plane. It just looks too normal. Either that, or they created here something that resembles the same item from the astral plane. I mean, there are several places in the astral plane, particularly big cities in the astral sea and in wild space systems, that have telescopic transporters, because that's a way. I mean, they are very expensive and very rare. Only very few individuals in the entire multiverse know how to build them. But basically, if you have one of these in a city or something, you can teleport yourself to the location you are looking into with these very powerful telescopes. Now, and this seems to be either a very good recreation of some of telescopes would exist in the astral plane, or it was taken from there. As you look at the markings and at all the mechanisms in it, it actually feels quite straightforward, because even that journal was harder that blank journal was harder to understand and to comprehend with your mind than this device is. And you think that you could potentially move or change to see other things. Right now, when you looked into it, what you look at is this scene. You see yourselves after arriving at the goblin encampment, and you can see yourselves talking, and you can see Zane sitting down with the goblin and a soldier to roast something in the fire, while the four of you are talking with this creep mage that doesn't stop babbling. And you look at that scene and it seems familiar. It seems, well, it's just that was just what, perhaps a week ago, and or perhaps even more. I mean, Zane was, you were fighting with that creature for what felt like hours, but then again, when you were fighting with that creature, time really slowed down for the two of you. And for the rest of and for Xtu, as you're looking at yourself, you do recognize the steps and the moves you've made. You remember, scratching your own shoulder with your own beak by turning your head about 270 degrees the other side, and as a good owl, and freaking out Manny Marco and Arleth. As you do that, it always feels like your head is just going to spin off your neck, and yeah, it seems you could potentially change this to look at a different time or a different place, but as you are looking into it and you're looking into the devices, you hear Thingamajig saying, and Arleth says, "Oh, he's saying, don't mess with the calibration."
That seems unsettling.
Calibration. I could go for some calamari right now.
Loompa, you were not far from thinking that suddenly the things that Zane is talking about, they actually quite make a lot of sense. I mean, calamari does sound good right now.
I agree with him. I mean, I was. Or do you?
And
I don't think Ixthiel wants to eat anything from here.
Manny Marco, what is crossing your
Yep.
mind right now as you see Ixthiel looking into that device and looking at the past?
You know, Metamarco is currently bouncing back and forth like a pendulum between wanting to violently kill everything in the way of being and leaving this place as quickly as possible, and not doing that because that would probably make getting out of here longer. And so he's just standing here in the corner with just like a peculiar expression on his face. You know, he looks ready to murder somebody, but he's standing absolutely still.
And Zane looks at Manny Marco and says, "Yes, that is the look of the thrill of battle. I do get kind of absent-minded and a little impatient while waiting. It has been too long."
Ixthiel is going to rotate his head over to look briefly at Thingamajig, then rotate his head all the way back around to look at Manamarco and say,
Metamarco has now like cringed slightly.
"I think you should look into it and use it. I believe in you." And he's going to pat Manamarco on the shoulder as he says this and cast Guide.
Metamarco will step up to the telescope. It's like, at least this thing looks normal.
Oh, Legend, by the way, do I need to burn a Divine Essence for a cantrip here? Legend? If you're talking, you are silent.
Yes, as usual. Yes, you can. You have to.
Okay, alright. Then that's -1 essence for me.
Very well, Ixthiel, just burn 1 divine essence, which probably took about 100 of your followers 1 week of prayer to create. And
Yep. For a cantrip.
Yeah, cantrips are expensive in these areas of existence. Very well. Let's hope it was worth it. Manny Marco, you're looking into the telescope?
Yep, I would like to investigate when the best place to send us would be.
Well, the telescope is calibrated to just look at the exact same time in space in the past, where every time you guys look into it, you just see yourselves the moment you arrive in the Goblin encampment, the front lines of the Greyhawk recent fight against the aberrations coming from that portal from the Far Realm. So, so the question is, do you touch the calibration? That creature in the back there told you guys not to touch the calibrations of the device.
So no one wants to go with the wishes? I want to go with the wishes.
And Arlet said, no wishes.
We were explicitly
Arlet's
told
already
no
talking
wishes.
out of
You
it.
can try roll persuasion. The number to beat is 36.
I'll try.
All right, Loompa.
Persuasion.
You have a 1 in 20 chance of doing this.
Wait, since the
Ooh,
32.
very close, but it.
that's a 32, but isn't Ixthiel the one that she needs to convince?
Oh yes, but the moment she talks about wishes, Arlet starts to convince her, no wishes, we can't cast wishes.
Gotcha.
And he convinced
Zane,
you as well, so...
He's
Zane
very
will go,
serious
like-
about the wishes.
Look, guys, I'll give it a shot. It says, I know I can't cast wishes, but can you please cast a wish for me instead?
And Arlet
And I
says,
was
no
almost-
wishes, no wishes.
Darn.
Like, how about... But Oracle will turn around and say, stop arguing about wishes. Wait until we're not in... wherever we are to do that. Wish for all the... whatever it is you're trying to wish for later.
But I
And
can't.
Arlet puts a hand on your shoulder and says, we're in the far realm, buddy. We're definitely in the far realm, buddy.
Yeah, maybe don't make wishes here. Yeah, asking for trouble. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Money Marco seems very convinced by Arlet not to make wishes. Oh, wow, Money Marco, you've changed.
Now, if you'll excuse me, he's gonna walk over and start playing with the adjustments.
That's
no.
already Marco.
Very well, Money Marco. The moment you reach for the calibrations of the device, you hear the creature just opens itself into all the tentacles just spread around, and as you are looking at this creature, it just shouts at you inside your minds, just says, and Arlet says, oh no. And as Arlet says, oh no, you can all click on your tokens and roll initiative.
Okay, now, dice, please support my stupidity.
You mean your insanity?
Actually, I don't need the dice to support my stupidity. Hey, you remember that one natural 20 boon I have from like a long ass time ago I've never used? From the event, it was one of the things I won.
Oh, your anniversary?
The what?
Yeah.
Just play your anniversary.
I got it was just a free natural 20.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna use it now.
Yes. You want
I'm
to
gonna
use it now? Oh, very well.
I want to
Very
use it
well.
now to go first.
The nat 20 card, you mean?
Yes.
Excellent. Very well. Very well.
I hope you thought this well.
Very well. So whatever it comes, so you can see the roll first before using the card. You can turn any, maybe you roll a nat 20. Who knows?
I got a 13. I didn't roll a nat 20.
Oh, you
Yeah,
got
I
a
rolled
13.
very poorly.
Oh, you want to turn your
So-
initiative on a 20?
Yeah, so I can turn my 13 into a 27 to go first.
Very well. Very well. By the way, I'm missing someone. Lumpa, I'm missing you in the
Me.
initiative. How much did you roll?
24.
24. You can just ask to switch with Zane as well, right?
Oh, that is true.
Oh,
Oh yeah, mine after
there.
20. as
Okay. Then I will do that. I'll use my
That
my
saves you your very unique
My-
card that you catch
I'll use the
once a year.
card in 10 seconds. Because
Very
it'll
well.
be used for the second part of my plan.
Very well. Let me roll for Arleth. As he's face palming himself. And so Zane, are you switching with Money Marco? Since he has a plan?
You know what? I'm gonna put 10% of my faith in you, so yes.
10%. Very well. Very well, Money Marco. It seems
Okay.
you are the first one.
Metabarco is going to shout for everybody to keep the thing off him while he activates the device. And then I'm going to attempt to send us back 10 seconds after we had gone through the portal. So we'll just arrive, right back after we left.
Repeat that. You cut off for me. You cut off for me. Sorry. Repeat that.
So Metamarco was intending to set the device for just after we had gotten into the Far Realm. So the Eldritch versions of ourselves have already disappeared, but we'll be back in the material plane.
You want to go back to 10 seconds before the Eldritch versions appear?
No. After they disappear. As soon as they disappear, I want us to reappear.
You were not there to know that they disappeared. That is not a knowledge your character. But you don't know exactly why they disappeared. That's not a knowledge your character has, unfortunately.
Then can I use this thing to just send us back to the plane at like our current time? Just use it to like teleport back to the material plane.
You can definitely.
Or does it have to be
teleport.
into the past?
You can definitely teleport to the material plane, and you need to adjust and calibrate this thing. So
so I'd like to roll to do that.
Yes, you wanted to roll an what would that be? Roll an Arcana check.
Investigation. Arcana.
It could be yeah, you never used one of these before, so it would be an investigation. You would have to deduce how to use it. So yeah, go for investigation.
Man, Marco's freaking expertise gets to be used.
Very well.
And you have guidance on this.
So it's 23 plus a D4.
Do you want to roll? Do you want to use your nat 20?
I will use it if a 24 does not succeed this.
I cannot tell you that until you decide if you use it or not.
Then yes, I will, because I feel like the number required is larger than 24.
Very well. So with a nat 20, something pops in your mind, and you can. And by the way, you can go to the in-character chat and select stickers and throw there your nat 20 card.
Okay, so
in the in-character chat. Just go in the stickers of our server, yes, and throw there your nat 20 card.
Oh, I love it when a card like that's used.
Stickers.
And
this one, I think, is so
excellent. Yes, very well. So, Manimarco, as you use your nat 20 power, you for a second here, you hyper focus. You look into this, and with your 33, which is above the DC of this check, and with the nat 20, you look at this and you realize, wait, this is there's no secret to this. I mean, that is probably moves this some degrees to the left, some degrees to the right, and this moves up and down. And if I'm looking at this and I want to go to a different place, I can just move this a few degrees to the left or to the right and go to a different place. So Manimarco, the question to you is not where you want to land, but when. When are you going to calibrate this to land?
In the present, in the material plane, so that we don't go and...
Here's the problem. The present is where you are. You are the present.
That we are as well, right?
You are the present. There is no such thing as a present in the material plane with you there right now. The closest you get to the present is the moment you guys cross the portal. The moment immediately before you crossing the portal. So you want to go to that moment immediately before you cross the portal? Before coming to the Far Realm?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to go in front of the portal to stop yourselves from crossing the portal.
Yes.
All right. Now I have another question for you. This time, you guys crossed the portal in 3 groups. First, Zane. Second, XTU and Lumpa. And third, Arleth and Monimarco crossed the portal. So my question to you is, when are you putting yourself there? When Zane crosses?
Yeah. To stop Zane from crossing and defeating the Eldritch Zane. Pop up right behind him.
Very well.
This is very difficult.
So you want to look back into the past about a week ago when Zane crossed that portal and he was fighting still within Xanatil. Is that correct?
Yep.
Very well.
Yes.
I think we should kind of like have a plan. Wait, so can I just, because I probably don't remember well. So Zane crossed first, and then it was myself and like Ixtihul and I. But like, what was the difference in time of crossing?
I think it was several hours. Or wait,
Hours?
no. It was like a week, but it felt like a month because of the time dilation.
Wow.
Right. Yeah.
There is a big difference between the time one of you guys, Zane crossed first. He arrived at the tavern first, and then came Lumpa and Ixtihul. Well, actually, Ixtihulgra crossed the portal, and then it was Ixtihul and Lumpa. And Lumpa was also defending the portal, but didn't prevent the two from crossing. And eventually Monimarco and Arleth passed. So
yeah, but
Okay, I'll let you guys. Yeah, because I'm still confused after the answer.
yeah, I'm a little confused myself. So if I'm understanding correctly, there was like in real world time about a week between Zane crossing and Ixtiorgra crossing, but in like our dilated time it was like a month, right? Where we were just hanging out.
No. It was the opposite. The ones that were fighting in the dilated time, it felt like it was it felt to you guys, you were fighting just for a few hours, or perhaps a few minutes, while outside, time was passing much faster. While to you, things seem to be moving very slowly in this universe, to the ones that were not suffering from the same effect, it moved quite fast compared to you. So in that sense, to Zane, from his perspective, it felt like he was just fighting for a few minutes against the Xanatil. And then he crossed the portal, and he arrived at the tavern perhaps an hour or so before you guys. While for the rest of you, it felt like a week had passed, and you came out of the Rod of Security, and then after you came out of the Rod of Security, Monimarco and Arleth were talking to their counterparts, while Lumpa and XTU headed to the portal.
Oh, right. I keep getting mixed up between which versions of us sorry, the timeline thing is messing with my brain.
That is exactly the point of the timeline thing. But yes, so what happened is that basically, to put it simply, the order to which you've crossed the portal was first Zane, then Ixtihulgra, then Lumpa and Ixtihul, then Monimarco and Arleth. So
So I guess between Loompa and Xtuhu and Manimarco and Ardlit is like a matter of, again, like a few seconds in real time.
yes.
Like in their own time. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Manimarco, as you look and you calibrate that to 1 week in the past, and by the way, Manimarco, how do you know when Zane crossed that portal? How do you know which point in time Zane passed the portal? Because remember, you guys ditched Zane. So if you can give me a convincing answer of how you would deduce when Zane passed through that portal, you would be looking at this scene right now.
But when you calibrate it, don't you see automatically where it takes you in time? How you see it right now, where it is, that we can see ourselves in the...
No, because that's a telescope. I'm asking him when, because that's easier, but right now he's looking at the goblin encampment, and he comes back to the goblin encampment a week in the past. He's just gonna see the goblins setting up the encampment. So
I guess I'd set it to... I know Zane went through first, so I'd simply set it to when I see Zane at the camp, and then I just follow him as he moves.
Very well. Very well. As you follow him when Zane arrived at the camp.
Because I know when Ween arrives and Zane was still there, and then shortly after he ran off to fight the thing. So I would know that shortly after our arrival he would have moved.
So here's the thing. You are thinking that what you are looking is at Zane, and then you're gonna see in Zenithil and the rest of you arriving, right? And then Zane is gonna go to the forest. But that's not what is happening. In this character version that you are, your past is when you go back and cross through that portal, and you go back in time, you were in the Rod of Security, and while you were in the Rod of Security, Zane was fighting his counterpart with the time dilation. If you go back a little bit more to the moment where you guys arrive in this current form in the camp, is that what you want to do? You want to follow them from that point in time?
Yeah, I guess I'd follow him from because we all showed up, they used Rod of Security, and then Zane goes off, so I could just follow him from there.
Okay, so so here's how the calibration goes. You take the telescope, you start to look back into the past, further and further into the past of where you just arrived. You see yourselves arriving as Eldritch Horrors, and you see Zane and in Zenithil heading towards the swamp where the fight happened. You see that as they were in the fight, some blood falls onto the skull of this gargantuan black dragon, and a gargantuan black dragon skull. As the blood falls on top of the skull, the portal activates. And Zane and Zenithil are still fighting. Is this moment where you're looking at the moment you want to interrupt the fight?
Slightly earlier, just before the portal turns on.
Just before the portal turns on. Very well.
Yes.
To be honest, I don't know, I might be wrong. But in my perspective, I really don't think it matters when exactly we go back, because what we need to do is basically catch ourselves and prevent us from passing the portal, and just, I guess,
if I understand
take
correctly
how
this is gonna work, is what we need to do is go back and stop, the Eldritch versions. Then we need to make sure the normal versions don't go through the portal. As long as we stop anybody from going through the portal, we win. Because none of this happens if we don't go through the portal. So we just need to prevent the portal from turning on. Even if we just blow the portal up, we still win.
No, right?
No,
We'll get
we're
an
not
hour.
currently the Eldritch spell that caused it. So
Okay.
if we then send ourselves back to and prevent us from going through the portal, we'll then stop any of this from happening in the first place. The
What made you
downside is if anybody goes through the portal, we lose.
Yeah,
Okay,
and like, why
so-
did you guys go to the
yeah.
portal? Like, I know I was getting
Yeah.
defeated by my Eldritch self.
Well, I was insane and an Eldritch Horror, and it just seemed like it was really calling to me. Or do you mean after that? Because
Like, I know my reason why I went through the portal. I don't know.
It's the
if you
same
guys-
reason we went through the first time.
Yeah.
We all went through originally. We went.
You all crossed the portal.
Man, Marco said, "I don't think we should go in there." Everybody else said, "Let's go in there," and that's how this happened. I want to state for the record, man, Marco was right. We should have not gone in there.
I wasn't
Yeah.
here, but I guess Legendmaker. After I was getting my butt beaten by my what's it called, Eldritch self.
Which is why we're appearing here to help you, because if you don't get your ass beaten, and current Zane doesn't hide somewhere and doesn't interact with old Zane, then we
Strategically
can just
retreated.
pretend we're the. Yeah. If new Zane, doesn't see old or doesn't interact with old Zane, the rest of us can pretend that we're the current party, not the ones from the past, and we can just stop Zane from going in, and I don't know, we can make up some bullshit about like we've come to help you and not ditch you like we never ditched you. No, we came to help, right? Yeah. Anyways, and then we simply say, yeah, skeleton's cursed, don't go in there.
So I'm guessing the old Zane's not coming with you guys. I'll probably just disappear anyway after we help the past self.
well, I think either all of the old versions of us are going to disappear, or all of the new versions of us are going to disappear.
The new
once-
versions will disappear.
Yeah.
As long as we convince them not to go through the portal, our current selves will disappear because we exist as people who went through the portal. Therefore,
Right.
if we convince them not to go through the portal, we all stop existing.
So,
I
Money
guess
Which
you
is
never know.
Money Marco, what past selves is who you are now. Your future selves disappear. If you go back to the past, you are the future selves. So your past self.
You cut out?
You can again.
Cutting it. Yeah.
Fun times. All right, so let's try this again. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me well? All right. So, the past versions of yourselves, when they crossed the portal, the present version disappeared. You are playing the present versions of yourselves. When you go back there, you are not playing the past versions of yourselves. And if those past versions pass through the portal, the present versions disappear. And these present versions you're playing. Okay? So that's what I want
Yeah.
to point out.
Yes. Which is fine. Oh, well, man, Marco thing.
Ooh.
Yes.
Well, it depends. Are you? They
Those-
don't cross the portal. What happens to you? Happens to you guys?
Oh, we all disappear.
It's 5, possibly 6, if old Zane is gonna help out on Eldritch Zane right off the bat, which should be hopefully an easy win for us.
To 1v,
But the
1v5,
important thing
yeah.
is we gotta, so the most important thing is we gotta, and
True.
because if it doesn't open, nobody goes through. Once it's open, that's like the maybe they don't go through today, but maybe tomorrow they get curious again because
Yeah,
they what was going on about that.
Yep,
you
we
know?
just have to convince
So,
them not to.
Curiosity got the better of us last time, or that first time, and started this whole thing. So
To me, I think we're just gonna have to take the versions that we are right now and just take the others down one way or another. Because otherwise, yeah, we're not gonna exist anymore. Pretty much, that's what I get. But the way I would approach this whole thing, because I briefly, vaguely remember, I think we should definitely all focus on Loompa, and also on whomever can cast Wish, or because we already know our characters and how we can each get out of that situation. So whomever can cast Wish, and Loompa in particular as well, I think we should try to focus on. I think Arlith, you can cast Wish. Oh, Arlith is not here. X2, you can?
Not
Zane, can you
as
guys?
not off my spell list, but I can shape change into an Ifriti and be a conduit for others to cast Wish.
I think
And
somebody
be
should
able
wish
to see when you
Malt's
do
turn to
that.
candy again.
Hasn't that already happened at this point?
Ooh.
No, this is the second time we came back. That wish has not happened. The
Yeah.
wish didn't happen the second time around. So we have to.
Yeah.
So if we want that really positive outcome, it was a very positive outcome, by the way. We should make that wish again.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was thinking that had already happened at this point, but
No,
Yeah,
that's
that's a
why
good
I
point.
kept on wanting to make a wish.
yeah, because I guess at this point this is still like an active war zone with aberrations coming through from the outer plane or from the.
That sounds good to me.
But first, we need to stop the Eldritch versions of ourselves and convince the non-Eldritch versions of ourselves that portal is evil and they shouldn't go
Will be
through it.
more sane.
And if that doesn't work, Mana Marco will just try and break it.
Well,
So-
at least they got higher sanity scores.
Okay, so we come through, stop Eldritch Mana Marco right off the bat, or start stop
Zane.
Eldritch Zane right off the bat, which should be easy because it'll be 5 or 6 on 1, and then once we've got that down, we can explain everything to old Zane, and if we've done our job well, hopefully the portal won't be on. We can maybe smash the skull to bits so it can't be turned on. And then if we've succeeded, we will cease to exist and go back to playing the older versions of ourselves. And if we have failed, then we'll still be around and we'll have to fight the other Eldritch versions of ourselves. If I've got the math correct on this, which I probably haven't.
I think potentially ourselves as well in the current material world, because they already exist and we already exist. So I
Right,
think we
but if
gotta
we're
take their
successful in
place.
convincing them, not to go through the portal, then we will stop existing.
So then,
Which is fine.
if we stop existing. Yeah, but Legend.
We'll just go back to
Would
still
we
being ourselves,
be
but
playing-
with higher sanity scores.
Yes.
Is that the case, Legend?
That's what happened last time.
Oh,
Legend? I think he might have.
Okay.
Cut out again.
Yeah. Keep getting cut off in and off. Can you repeat the question, please? Can you hear me?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Just there were a lot of questions. I'm trying to.
Last question. What did you ask me? I just caught the end of the
so-
sentence. Is that correct, Legend? And then that was the end of the sentence.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
it was that if we go back and do all the stuff, that the current versions of ourselves disappear, we'll become the old versions of ourselves again, and we'll get all the sanity back we lost from being in the far realm.
Well, if I have to transfer your player consciousness from your present selves to your past selves, your sanity scores go back to be the sanity scores that your past selves had. The same as, for instance, if you guys had gathered any new items or gather any new experience as part of this loop, you would lose that by transferring your consciousness to your past selves, because they never actually gathered those items or experience or never
okay.
lost those points of sanity. So So yes, to that you're not recovering sanity. You are never losing it in the first place because you are going back to be your past selves.
Okay. Then I guess, yeah, that's fine with me as well. I don't mind.
Better if Zane may have limited
Very
knowledge
cool.
after learning all that.
Zane may have what? Sorry?
Learned a lot of knowledge you probably shouldn't have.
It wasn't good for Zane's brain. I mean,
You'll forget the secret about the greater god. Don't worry about it.
I don't know if I should at least say something and go like, you should at least ask Ao why he's the bard for the all-in-one.
I think that knowledge is probably less. I think that knowledge is probably more dangerous than it's worth.
I'll leave that breadcrumb. I kind of want to do that. We'll see what.
Yeah. Also, in one of the sessions that you weren't here for, Eldritch Horrors caught up with non-Eldritch Zane in that tavern and kind of burned a few of his sanity points, just for shits and giggles. Sorry about that,
that's why I'm under 10. I was going like, how did I lose 5?
Yeah. 2 or 3 of those were entirely me.
That's impressive.
Sorry about that.
Very well. So,
Right.
have you guys decided?
Yep.
Is this the moment in time you want to? Is this where you're going, Manny Marco?
Yep.
All right. So let's go back to the initiative, because you are in initiative, and it takes you an action to. It takes you an action to go through the telescopic transporter. So
Like
Manny
just
Marco,
himself or all of us?
for each one of you,
Oh, good.
one goes at a time. So Manny Marco, you're the first one. Are you using your action to cross through that?
Womp. Into the portal I go.
Very well. As an action, Manny Marco, you've disappeared from. You disappear from the tavern where you were, and let me bring you there. And you find yourself right there. Suddenly, out of the blue, you appear in the middle of the fight between Zane and Zenitil. And as Zenitil look at you, he seems confused. Both of them are enraged. Time is dilated. The moment you arrive, you realize the rain is falling real slowly from the sky. And you have that sensation of time dilated again, as you had before when you were talking to, the other ugly guys. So very well. Anything you would like to do with your bonus action or your movement, Manny Marco?
Before he does that,
I'm gonna get right up in there, and then I'm gonna see if I've got anything good in store that I can do with a bonus action.
Just
they
hold
should be
that
huge
thought.
if they're.
Yeah?
They should be huge if they're raging.
They should be huge if they're raging.
Because Path of the Giant increases their size when they're raging.
Excellent. That makes it nice. So, Manny Marco,
Oh,
you were saying?
I'm saying that he needs to make a 24 wisdom check and be compelled to duel me.
Very well.
Do I make that roll? Or do you have a separate...
I have a separate
Fight me, monster!
23,
Clang, clang.
but it passes. First, you shouldn't be seeing that. I'm gonna remove that.
Well, we saw it, and he
You
didn't
saw
pass.
He didn't pass, but he does have legendary resistance. So, he passes.
Oh, right. It technically has divine essence. It gets to cheat.
He has divine essence, he has legendary resistance, he has divine negation, and all the crap you guys have. After all, It's you guys, right?
But better.
I'm about to beat him to death.
Very well. So if
Just
that,
clang.
what else would you like to do?
I am my turn, because that's action and bonus action.
Very well. And Zane, you have no idea why Manny Marco is joining the fight, and where the hell did he come from?
He's my angel.
And on that note,
Man, Marco can
let's-
teleport. It's fine.
and I'm gonna put my suggestion here. Roll 20, guys. You really need to make that turn order go to be seen across multiple maps. That's ridiculous. Look at that. We changed map and the turn order went blank. Let me go back to the original
It
turn
did.
order.
Hey, look, it's back.
It's back because we're back at the original map where we rolled the turn order. And it's now the turn of Loompa. Loompa, what would you like to do?
Real quick, at the conclusion of Manamarco's turn, Ixtiel is going to make a legendary action and also zoop through the teleporter.
Excellent. And you've Ixtiel, you also appear with your legendary action. Invisible and still concentrating on guidance. Right there. And Zane
There.
and Inzenitil, just where are these guys popping out from? Where did they come from? Very well. Oh yes. Before I forget, both Mini Marco and Ixtiel, you gotta roll a DC 20 intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw?
Yes.
Okay,
You are not in the air at the moment, Zane. You are both on the ground.
Okay.
And
Mini Marco passes, and Ixtiel.
Ixtiel did not pass, but he's gonna burn 3 charges from the Spindle of Fate to pass.
Very well.
Why not 2? Because you need a 20 to pass, no?
Or wait, no, with the auras, do I pass on an 18?
Yes, you do.
Okay, in that case then.
You do because there are 3 of you here, so that's a plus. Well, no, wait, no. There's a +4 that you are receiving, and a -2 that you are receiving, so you get 2, which is enough for you to pass. Yes, so you pass with the aura.
Okay, all right.
Very
In
well.
that case, then yeah, I pass.
Very well. So going back to Loompa, what would you like to do?
I'm not even sure, because, like, if we leave Arlit here alone, what's gonna happen with him?
Well, he's gonna cross as well on his turn, or he's gonna try.
Yeah, but by the time he's he's gonna try for sure. Well, I'm just gonna say to Arlit, please translate to me, to Thingmagic, and tell him that we didn't intend anything bad. Okay, so tell him not to take us personally. Okay? He seems like a nice guy. Or octopus. Or whatever he is.
So he is saying that it took a long time for him to calibrate that telescope, and now that we remove the calibration, he's very angry, and he wants to absorb our forms so that we become more of his tentacle eyes as part of his unified self.
I see. Well, we better make this, or we're screwed. um, so maybe maybe I'll switch with Arlit and let him
He
go
has
first.
legendary action. He can just cross after you.
Okay, how about Zane? What is he gonna do?
He has legendary actions as well. He can also cross after
Oh,
you.
so he can also cross after me. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
planning on using that and like after you.
Okay, amazing. So I'll just go ahead. I'll teleport myself through the telescope as well.
Okay.
Let's go.
And you're doing that
Just
as
chant legendary
as an
actions to
action?
jump through.
Pardon?
As you're doing that as
So
an action.
everybody just chanting.
Oh yeah. Why not?
As an action, or how you want to cross it? You're spending your action to do that?
No,
a
legendary action. Is that okay?
Legendary action? Yes, very well.
Yeah. I guess all of us can do that. And
Yeah, everybody can just chain.
and as I go, I'm just gonna flip him off with both of my hands. Bye, sucker.
And as you do that, you've realized that you're probably going mad because that creature doesn't even know what that means.
Oh. Okay. Well,
And
so funny
you
to
land
me.
there close to Ixtihul, and it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh, right. Well, that put me on the spot, I will say. I will, so we're attacking the Eldritch, right? I will.
I don't know what you guys are doing. You tell me.
By the way, because I don't like, am I full life and all of that?
What do you mean you full
Like
life?
HP?
No,
No,
yeah,
HP
your
wise
HP's
and-
yeah. You guys just came out of you just
Okay,
came
okay.
out of the only one who is not full HP is that Zane over there.
Okay, all right. Okay. So I want to use. Oh my! It's been some time since I played. Oh, what was the name? Haste. I'll cast haste. I'll use haste. And I will. For the moment, I guess I'll just use the
Very well.
Sorry. I'll go close to the Eldritch Zane. We're like flanking with Mani Marco, and I'll use the humming longsword.
Are you activating Blade Song as well?
Oh yes, please, as a bonus action.
Very well. So with that, with Blade Song and Haste, your speed goes to a ridiculous 150, and
Yeah.
your AC goes to a ridiculous 35.
Yeah.
All right. And
I
you gotta
will-
do a DC 20 intelligence saving throw.
Oh. Okay. Wow.
Excellent. You get inspiration out of that.
Thank you.
That's a nat 40.
I already had inspiration. Can I pass it to someone else?
Yes. To who you want to give it? Anyone wants inspiration?
Yeah.
I already have one.
I'll take it.
Very well.
There we go. And
So
yeah,
what do you
I'll-
wanna do?
I almost
Sorry?
find the idea of a nat 40 offensive.
Pretty good.
It's just like, that's a ridiculous number.
Yep.
I don't think I have anything that can that high. I think the highest I could do is like 36.
I think Arlet has modifiers as like plus 22 or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
My highest modifiers is 16.
Yeah.
That's still big.
I'm just like,
Still high.
yeah, and that's with like, and I purposely put points into things. I have expertise in 2 skills, and it's not that high.
Right. Okay, so I'll use the humming longsword on
Very well.
Zane. Well,
Yeah.
not Zane.
Ah,
Oh, so bad. A 22.
Very well. The humming longsword.
Oh, this one must hit. A 37. Do both hit? No.
No, just the 37.
Okay. So then a 27. 27.
No, it's a 32.
Oh, why?
32 because
Plus
you have
5
5 points of
radiant.
radiant.
Where
Oh
did
no,
that
it's
come
just
from?
no, it's just against undead. Never mind. It's 27. Very well.
And that's the end of my turn. I guess I'll just
Excellent.
kind
and
of shout to Zane and say, "Let's get him, Zane."
and as a reaction, as a reaction, the creature, one of the eyes in the forehead of this creature shoots back at you, and you gotta do, that's a DC 20 strength saving throw.
Oh no. I'm not good at strength. Let's go though. Oh, I guess not.
And as it hits
Can
you, yeah.
Can I?
What do you want to do?
I'm pretty sure there's something that I can do. I'm sorry, I forgot my stuff. Can I like give me 1 second. Can I like basically just lucky point? It's too late to use, isn't it?
Yeah, because we're using 2024 rules.
Okay.
So you still have legendary million things.
So can I like legendary if you legendary
Don't you have
resistance?
legendary resistance, or have you
I
used
do.
yours? There you go. Then use your legendary resistance.
Can I know what happens first?
It's a telekinetic ray.
Is that bad?
Well, it means that he can play with your body like Hulk did to Loki in the Marvel movie.
Okay. Legendary resistance it is.
Very well. And with that, you resist. You resist the telekinetic ray that it was as a reaction, and on that note, let's go back to those who were still in the loot tavern.
legendary action.
Yes, legendary action. So Arlet passes through and Zane passes through. Let me take the both of you there from there.
Scope, but like
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me? All right, very well.
You're back.
All right, the very last of you guys get out of that, and we head to the battlefield. And now, if things were not confusing before, they're definitely confusing now. as another Zane enters the battlefield. And now that's confusing to that Zane. And Zane, I have to...
What was that?
And he's
Cut out?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah? All right. So, yeah, it's today's, as usual, we're being sabotaged by the Far Realm. Zane, you gotta roll a sanity check, because not for your current
Which
self,
one?
but for your past self.
Let's see, he had a +5, so...
I mean, time magic exists normally.
So 1d20 plus
It
2
does,
if I was
it does, but he's confused now. And the Zane, past Zane has -1 essence.
still... -1 essence?
Sorry, -1 sanity.
Oh.
And with that, let me add you to the turn order. Both you and Arlet pass through, and
I don't know whether to roleplay with myself or not.
so it's now the turn of Thingamajig. And well, the guys didn't think you were going to escape him so easily, did you? And Thingamajig
Did he cut out again?
I think so, but I'm scared.
Can you hear me? Yeah?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
there you are.
So as I was saying, which apparently got cut off, it's now the turn of Thingamajig, and you guys didn't think you were going to get away from Thingamajig this easily, did you? And he also looks into the telescopic transporter and come to the other side so that he can consume all of you. So now it's a party. And since it's Thingamajig's turn, I think it's a good time for us to take a quick 10 minutes break, 10-15 minutes break, and we'll be right back after this bio break, everybody. Hopefully with less interruptions. So let me bring you guys back to that mess you've created. All right. Here we are. And it was the turn of Thingamajig. Oh yeah, we were in this order. Very well. And well, Thingamajig turns out doesn't take kindly to people messing up with the calibration of his telescope. And it seems you guys managed to, he apparently short-fused and can become very irascible when it comes down to, the calibration of his telescope. So, turns out that this creature comes after you guys. And is going to aim, of course, first at Money Markle. Because Money Markle, you know what you did. As
Legend, I think you cut out.
Can you hear me again? All right.
Yeah,
So,
sorry.
as Money Markle, first thing you gotta do is a DC 20 intelligence saving throw. As the creature's main eye focus on you.
Is Manamarco back?
Money Markle, are you there? Do we have everybody back? I see Lumpa and Money Markle is still on mute. Zane, are you still there?
Oh yeah, I'm still here.
Very well. Okay. So, who wants to roll for Money Marco? DC 20 intelligence save.
Hello?
Yes. Yeah,
Hello?
Money Marco.
Are we back?
Oh, there you go. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And the creature is aiming at
Came
you.
back a minute ago and nobody said anything, so I went to use the bathroom.
Very well. DC 20 intelligence save for us.
I thought I rolled one already. Is it, or
no,
is this
that's
another
a
one?
new one. Thingamajig.
It's a new one. 34.
34. Excellent. And now the creature shoots rays out of its eyes towards you. Cause hey, what did you think those eyes were going to do? And as it shoots those rays, you gotta do a DC 20 Wisdom saving throw, and a DC 20 Dexterity saving throw, and a DC 20 Charisma saving throw, as 3 eye rays are shot at you.
So, dexterity,
Charisma, and Wisdom.
charisma.
Oh, you're
Wisdom.
so charismatic.
Oh my gosh.
And Wisdom. Very well, Money Marco.
Plus two. Oh, do I
That's
take
a
any damage from
ridiculous
that?
modifier. Plus 28 to Charisma save.
To charisma. I mean, my con is 25.
Excellent. And with that, the 3 rays hit you, Money Marco, but do nothing to you.
No.
Very well.
I have
And
a
as
question.
Yes?
Does Hellish Rebuke require me to take damage or just have been attacked?
Requires you to take damage.
Oh, okay. In that case, my own tankiness is saved.
Very well. As a bonus action, this creature moves 60 feet over here. And it gives you the impression that it's somewhat invisible. It's transparent. You can see through it. So it looks like it's invisible. Or it's trying to be invisible. That's strange.
Did it invoke attacks of opportunity as it moved through
No.
that space, or did it like
no,
teleport?
it just teleport.
Okay.
And with that, Ixtihil, hold that thought. Inzenitil is going to use a legendary action, and as a legendary action, Inzenitil creates 2 copies of itself. Oh yes. As if we didn't have enough Zanes, enough versions of Zanes in this map. There are now
Boy.
3. And
Getting absolutely insane up in this place.
oh yes, and as it creates this other versions of itself, it's moving so fast across the 3 positions, Manny Marco, that you can't follow which one is the real one, simply because of its sheer speed as it moves across all 3. And then it attacks you, and you gotta do a DC 20 dex save to dodge this attack. Manny Marco, that's you. DC 20 dex
Oh.
save.
I thought it was somebody else.
Very well. You've managed to dodge, so you take half of this. So that's 20 points of psychic damage.
Okay. In which case, I will Hellish Rebuke.
Very well. Very well. And they've passed. Their reaction?
He's gonna start by just flying straight up in the air. Get off the ground. That is
Yeah.
not a comfortable place for him to be.
What is your altitude?
Say 25 feet. Let's go full 30. Yeah, 30 feet up in the air. That's gonna be at least half of his move action. Might decide on more in a moment. After that, he is going to cast. What's the spell? No, it's around here somewhere. Sorry. There it is. Boom. Alright. Casting Font of Moonlight. You can ignore the damage roll there. That's. I was just trying to post the description, but it's thing. Good. Nope, that's clicking the wrong thing. Yeah, so basically flies straight up in the air and begins to just glow with bright, radiant starlight. And that is gonna be and then he's going to just blink step another 10 feet higher. So let's put that at 40 feet up in the air. And now glowing with radiant light. He's very shiny. And that's going to be his turn. It's good to be back in the material plane. And I think you might be silent again.
Of course, it keeps happening over and over and over and over and over. Oh boy. But yeah, there's always something new. I find amazing that every week there is a new type of technical issue that happens. It's never the same thing again. No, it's something new that I have to figure out on the spot how to figure how to sort it out, or a workaround or something. Very well. So, Exihil, you're glowing as the fount of moonlight. You drop concentration on.
I'm no longer concentrating on the guidance for Minimarco.
Very well. And you are now
concentrating. You are no longer guided. I'm very sorry.
You're no guided, yeah. And they have to do
I don't think there's a save at this time that is required from anybody.
Okay. All right. Very well. And that's the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's my action, and I mean, I still have a bonus action, but wait, can I cast Grasping Vine as a bonus action? I can. Oh, but that requires concentration. Never mind. That'd be counterproductive. All right. Yeah. No. Just gonna let that bonus action slide.
Very well. Zane.
Which one?
Well, this one is the big one. Zane, you, at first, you've noticed something subtle. The rain that was falling from the sky slowly seems to just shift its rhythm. Some drops hung too long mid-air, almost as if they were hesitant to drop. The wind paused for a second and reversed. Then you felt as if the air around you was folding inwards. You look around and it's almost as if for a second the horizon blinked and everything was black and white like on an X-ray, just for a split second. And you look up and you see cracks in the sky.
What color are those cracks?
Just no specific colors, just dark, just black cracks, as if the sky was made of glass and it was cracking up. What would you like to do in this turn, Zane? And reminding you, this is your past self.
Guys, I knew I needed some help, but I'm surprised you're all here. Also, did you replace me? Who's that? And why?
Zane, you're cutting off. I don't know if it's just...
No, I just stopped after that. Do I need to repeat that? Did I cut off at all?
I think Legend just...
I think Legend cut off.
It's just torturing me right now, this thing. It basically what it's doing is clashing with my mic, so I have to keep switching on and off my mic all the time to talk to you guys. So it's somehow YouTube is turning off my mic. All right, so I was asking how does the other...
You got out again.
How does the other Zane reacts to this? How does the other Zane react to this?
You need to go back and save them. Like, what? What do you mean? How? Also, how can I trust you? Small Zane. It says, you remember that time in fairy school? You know, in class? You know, you were right behind Susie Goodwin? You know, she was like the top fairy, and like you thought you could try to ask her out and do some cool trick, and then for like a second, and he's like, stop! Don't remind me! Don't remind me! Would I have to roll a check on that, Legend? Or did he cut out again?
I think he cut out again.
Your insight.
All right.
All right.
No, I use my. What are the others saying? Since I'm asking them as well, aside from just mini me.
What are the others saying?
Well, from his great heights and glowingness is looking down on you and just saying, just go, you are not needed here.
You saying I don't have value?
He kind of cocks his head at you, and from what you can tell, he's got a very skeptical look on his owl face.
Very well. And you guys can hear me, right?
Yes, now I can.
And Lumpa, Money Marco.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, what do you say to that? What do you reply to this odd circumstances where you are fighting in Zenithil? Which, by the way, guys, do you even know why you are fighting in Zenithil?
Because Zane was fighting Xanathil. And we need to stop Zane from going to the portal, and Zane went in the portal because he was losing.
Very well. So you
Ixtiul is doing it because it's a monster thing, and Ixtiul is kind of crazy at the moment and just looking for something to be hitting.
very well. So let me see if I got this right. The moment the players send their characters back in time to this moment, you all forgot what the hell you came here to do.
We did, or is it like because we're not role playing enough?
Isn't the objective to stop yourselves from crossing that portal?
Yes.
Yes,
Then
and I
isn't
warned myself.
Insanity trying to do the same thing?
Yeah, but we don't know that.
Do we have any way of knowing that?
I don't know about that. I don't know that.
We have no way of doing that. He's just You have to remember, Xanatul is still Zane, and his solution is still beat us until we stop.
Well, you know that Zane fled through the portal because he was losing the battle. The portal is not opened yet, and isn't Xanatul on the same side as you, trying to stop Zane?
Well,
Yeah, we don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know that. I disappeared last time, so I don't know that.
Well, the present Zane, before crossing, that's what you guys discussed, right? You have to stop that Zane from crossing the portal, so at least this
And I remember
present
this Zane decided to beat up Zane to try to prevent him from going to the portal, which backfired. It made this Zane be like, oh crap, I can't take this guy on, and fled through the portal. But if we can take care of this guy from beating up Zane, and then I warned him that his friends are in danger at the camp, Zane will see that we got this and go skedaddle back to the camp to go see his friends are in danger.
Very well.
That's why I persuaded him.
I just told him to go away because he's not needed here.
Yeah, he took that as an insult on his pride.
Yeah.
Or
May
now
not
that
have-
we've had this conversation, it kind of makes sense that we just simply talk to Zane and we tell him what we need to tell him.
Yeah, I'm waiting on you three because I don't think he's responding to me saying, "You're not needed here. We got this threat. Your friends are in danger."
He is raging, so he's not in his most sane state of mind.
Which is the hardest part about getting through a meathead. Oh gosh.
Very well, Big Zane. What does he do?
Well, I'm still waiting to hear from these three because I asked the group. I recognize these four in this less handsome version. I listened to him. He told me I'm not needed here and I don't have value. I don't know what these three want. What are they saying? They're just not saying anything?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna spend one of Arlet's essence because he doesn't have much left. and he's going to he's going to say something to you. He says, Zane, isn't what you're looking for connection? Shouldn't you be close to those you're trying to connect rather than here fighting something that you don't even know why? You don't wish to be here. Just go back to your friends. Your new friends. And as Arlet says that, Zane, those words really sink deep into you. Yeah, what are you doing? Get your shit together. Get your priorities straight, Zane. Why are you in this fight with these guys and a bunch of people and this giant insect guy and the eye creature that just came out of nowhere and all these friends that could potentially be imaginary? And now you start to think that perhaps this Arlet is like your spirit guide that just gave you an advice and for you to snap out of this. And all of these others versions, including the version of yourself, they're probably here just as a fruit of your imagination. Or maybe this creature is making you grow insane, as this creature just makes your head hurt. You know, all of this is so confusing, and it's just so easy to just leave this behind, zap your way out of this, and go back to your friends. They probably miss you because, after all, as you know yourself, Zane, you are the best part of their group.
You know what? I am tripping out into this woods. I did need a self-motivation talk. This is what the big Zane is saying. Thank you, Arlith. Wow, I look so small. You should get pretty big, Mini-Me. Is that how little I think of myself as? I am really ugly in the mirror. And Ixihul, I'm gonna have a talk with you when I get back about value. Do you really think I'm worthless? I'll show you wrong. Is it because I didn't ride? You didn't ride that chariot with me? It's okay. I'll let you pull it next time. And Zane thinking about his comrades and thinking, yeah, why am I clearing my head? Why am I over here? Which direction is the camp? Since I have 110 speed.
And Arlith points this way. And Zane, as you look behind you and you are about to leave in the direction that Arlith point, two creatures arrive. Wait, weren't they back in the camp? And Ixihulgra and Lumpur, as the two of you arrive here, you are under the impression that you don't know what's going on, but you are under the impression that these are the creatures that you need to stop from crossing the portal. So, if your mind hasn't given a nod yet as a player, they join the initiative. Very well, Zane. Big Zane, what would you like to do? Are you leaving?
Does Big Zane see them? Yeah, he's leaving,
Yes.
but as he's leaving, does he seize these?
Yeah, he sees them, and they think they have to stop you as well from crossing that portal.
So as I head towards, because I have 110 speed, did she get in my way as I fly away, or?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I say, move! I need to get back to my friends. I don't want to imagine more ridiculousness.
Very well. And as you say that, and you tell her to move and to get out of your way, she doesn't, and not only she doesn't, but she releases a mind blast. And that mind blast has a 60-foot radius. So let's see how far it's gonna go. Yeah, it's just gonna catch you. She releases a mind blast, and you gotta do a DC 23 intelligence saving throw, or you're paralyzed. Oh no, sorry, you're stunned.
Oh, I passed that.
Excellent. And you take 33 points of psychic damage.
And I'll do a legendary reaction after taking that damage.
Very well.
I will take the flail I have in my hand and just smack this creature. Am I?
Excellent.
What's it called? Am I still under what's the barbarian thing called? When they
Rage?
Reckless attack. Since
Yeah.
I've been fighting him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have reckless attack, so I can forego the advantage for brutal strike to increase my damage. So it's just a regular attack with the flail.
Very well.
Does a 31 hit?
A 31 does not hit.
I use my boon of combat prowess to force it to hit anyway.
Very well.
And because of that, I'm gonna add Strike of the Frost Giant. My elemental cleaver is acid because I'm raging. I charge 10 feet for an extra 1d8. And I'm gonna use my Blood Fury tattoo to extend to do 4d6. So I'm gonna do 3d10 plus 2d8 plus 7d6 plus 20 damage.
Very well.
And then I'm going to use 2 of my brutal strikes.
And
moves.
before you do that, I have to ask you to look how pretty Ixtihugra, close to you, is making all these sparkles fly like mini fireworks. That kind of throws you off. Roll again your furious flail attack.
Does that matter that I can make any attack hit anyway with combat prowess, regardless if I roll again? It makes any miss into a hit once per turn.
Let me double check one thing. It's the bone of combat prowess, right?
Yep.
It's not once per turn.
I have 2024 edition, not 2014 edition.
Yeah, so when you miss with an attack roll, you can hit instead. Once you use this benefit, you can't use it again until they start. Oh yeah, okay, until they start of the next turn. Very well. So it's not a modifier. Very well. So yeah. It does matter. In any case, your enemy doesn't know that. So you roll again.
All right.
Can I wait? Can
Yeah.
I counterspell?
No,
Well,
it's
it's a
not a
physical
spell.
attack.
It's a flail attack.
No. Oh. So he didn't like silvery barb or something.
No, well, Ixtihugra, silvery barbs, to save Lumpur. But he's far away for you to counterspell. He's more than 100 feet away from you.
Oh, yeah. 60 feet. Okay.
Very well. So, go ahead, Zane.
And then for my 2 barbarian brutal strikes, I will do daggering blow. So this person will have disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes, and it can't make opportunity attacks.
Okay.
And then I'll also do hamstring blow, which reduces their feet by 15 feet until the start of their next turn. So then let me roll all that damage at once. Sorry, Limpa. Oh, and if this character's focusing on something, I have Mage Slayer, and they have disadvantage on the concentration.
Very well.
They'll take 57 points of damage. So that's like fire, cold, acid, bludgeoning, magical bludgeoning, and necrotic. Let me
Very
see
well.
What it is.
And
Oh, I'm sorry. One other thing. And
Yeah.
with my mastery, they also have disadvantage on their next weapon attack.
very well. There is one thing though. Because you took psychic damage, I have to ask you to do another DC 23 intelligence saving throw.
I pass.
Excellent. All right. So you made this massive attack against Lumpur, and what else would you like to do, Zane?
As a bonus action, since she's large and she has disadvantage, I'm going to use Mighty Impel to force a strength saving throw, DC 24. If she fails, I'm going to throw her right at this person here so they collide
She
at each
passed.
other. Alright. And then, I guess, because I saw this guy attack, I will just use my second attack and
He
hit
did
him.
an attack. He did an attack.
Oh.
He made
Oh,
sparkles.
not a... was he trying to, like,
Silver
stop my
barbs.
attack?
Yes, he was doing silver
Oh.
barbs.
Well then, I'll just use my second attack then on her, and then I'm just gonna try to run away after that.
Very well.
Oops, I actually freshed it, but does a 32 hit?
A 32 does hit, yes.
All right, and that's not gonna have the. Oh wait, that's gonna have the brutal strike with it. Sweet, but not the charge or blood fury or strike of the frost. So that's gonna be 3d10 plus 1d8 plus 2d6 plus 20.
Okay, roll the damage.
Which 42 points.
Very well.
And since I only used 40 of my movement, and they're under one of my brutal strikes, they can't do opportunity attacks until the start of their next turn. I'm going to go down here with 20 of my movement, so I'm at 50 left, and then go 50 feet this way to the left. And start just heading back to the camp as I fly.
You are saying 50 feet this way, but I don't see your token moving.
Oh, sorry. This way. This is technically 37, but I need to go like 13 feet more. Because I went 20 feet, and then I just wanted to go 50.
Very well.
As Zane tries to fly back to the camp after striking that person
Zane,
who kind of looks like...
As you're flying back into the distance, you see your friends flying into this place. All four of them.
Oh, I don't see the map for it.
Yeah, give me a second. As you are leaving, you see them arriving from the top.
Since we're like within 100 feet of each other, would we notice since I'm a pretty big...
Yeah, they definitely see you. You are a giant fairy flying over the trees, and they are flying over the trees as well.
I guess the last thing I'll say is, guys, there you are. I missed you. I'm coming back to you. I shouldn't have left you guys. And then I'll end Zane's turn there.
Very well. And then we're back at Money Markle.
All right. Well, before the turn changes, kind of legendary action.
By all means, yes.
All right. Then I'm going to do this. And everybody can have 9 healing before my turn starts.
Yeah.
All right. And then on my actual turn, I'm going to rush this gremlin over here. And by gremlin, I mean weirdo who likes to stare at people.
Yeah.
I am then going to give him a wonk. Or I guess it's more of a poke.
Yeah.
Couple of pokes. What's his AC? Did I hit him?
You did.
I
His
did?
AC is
Okay.
19.
Lovely. All right. So I give him 2 pokes.
Very well.
And I also do this. Two pokes and smite. And I'll end my turn.
Very well. And as a reaction,
Or actually, there is one more thing that happens. Because
Yeah.
I used a legendary action to cast the aura, it triggers again on my actual turn, right? Or is it trigger next turn because I cast it just before my turn?
You cast
It says at the start. I casted Aura of Vitality as a legendary action,
Yeah.
which gave everybody 9 HP.
Yeah.
And then it says at the start of your turn, you can use its effect again.
Yes. So you trigger at the start of your turn, yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if because of using it for a legendary action.
That's fine. That's fine.
So
The
everybody
mechanics
gains
are- yeah,
HP.
the mechanics are the same, yeah. So with the legendary action, yes, you could potentially speed up that effect to happen twice. Very well. So, do me a favor and click on your past self and roll his initiative. And for the rest of you as well.
Oh, I already have initiative, so I'm good, right?
You already
boy.
have initiative, yes.
Things have gotten funky.
My past self has terrible initiative.
Oh, yeah. You got better over time.
Yeah.
Very well. Loompa, you gotta, let me add you manually. You gotta click on your token. Very well. Do I have all the past selves? Yes. Arlet, past Money Markle. Yes. Very well. Present Money Markle, I assume that was the end of your turn?
Sorry, I did press on the thing, but I don't think it worked.
That's okay.
I'm not sure.
And Money Markle, was that the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right, very well. And I'll run the turn of Insanity, and then we'll conclude the session. Money Markle, one more thing you should see. You've realized there's this single strand of light that comes barely visible, that snaps out of the sky and makes a sound like a scream. The stars around it start to twist into spirals, each orbiting around themselves. For a second, as you're stepping on the ground, you feel like gravity itself just hiccuped. As suddenly you feel zero gravity and then gravity pulls you to the ground again. And then it does that again, as if it had pulsed. You start to see the stars start to swirl around themselves, and not outwards but inwards. And you can start to see as if they were start to flicker. And as they come back from the flickering, more stars appear for a second, and then they flicker again and disappear. As you look around, the trees around you seem changing shapes, as if they were in different seasons. You see, at some point you see snow, at some point you see just the branches, then you see them yellow, then you see the flowering, then you see the green again. And it's flickering. And all of you start to notice that. You start to see plants around you strangely growing in reverse. And you start to feel like the fragments of yourselves start to just detach from your body and swirl around you, as if you could see a piece of yourself. Just perhaps you're getting dizzy. Are you getting drugged? Is something happening? Zenithil's shadow reach forward and seem to try and shake his hand. Ixihilgra's feathers seem to have equations on them. Lumpur seem to be surprised, and you see projections of her dancing above the trees. Minar Chaos, you look around and you look at your past self, and it's almost as if you just forgot how to be angry. And then remember you never known peace in the first place. Arltax blinked and saw every version of himself shaking their heads and face-palming. And then, out of that moment, and Zenithil releases this shattering scream, and that makes all of your heads feel like they're going to explode. Such a high-pitched buzz that it just feels like your ears are about to blow your heads up. You all instinctively put your hands in your ears, and then silence. Silence takes over. As you are all trying to look around and understand what is happening, the colors seem to invert. And as you are trying to figure out what's going on, above you, you see the implosions of stars start to snap shut. You look above and you see, you feel as if you were inside a chamber. A moment without seconds. You feel that you step before time. You feel this strong, strong presence. As you look up, the sky seems as if... Did you lose someone?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We lost Zane.
All right. And as you look up, you see if the sky was collapsing on itself. And you see the stars, and everything is silent. And you see that cracks swirling around as if lightning bolts would come down from the stars themselves into the swirling. You can see as if the sky was becoming a vortex, a hurricane. As if the cosmos were start to implode. And on that note, we'll conclude the session here. Thank you all that have been following us and watching us throughout this session, full of technical issues, and I appreciate your patience with us. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you here, absolute pleasure, and we'll continue this story next week. Have a good week, everybody.
Bye bye.